Good evening, everybody, and welcome to UMW Esports match versus Brooklyn College. This is going to be the NECC regular season week 8. And for the first time ever in UMW Valorant competitive esports history, I am joined by a co-host.
Hello, everybody. It is yours truly, the captain of the Smash team, Retros. How are we all doing tonight?
All right, Retros, we're excited to see some good Valorant here tonight. We're going to be starting out on Pearl attacking, followed then by Fracture attacking as well, and if we get there, Bind attacking. Who do you got winning tonight?
Obviously, UMW.
Oh,
I mean, come
gosh, of course. Definitely nothing to do with the home court advantage, the
on.
home court crowd, but that is totally okay. Excited to see how they fend. Have not been able to play as of recent due to recent events in terms of teams forfeiting on us, hashtag too scared. But we are back here tonight to give you quite the showing and finish out the regular season strong. Now, we've already qualified for playoffs, but this one here is bragging rights, especially since we are 6-1, followed shortly thereafter by Brooklyn College 5-2. Nothing but respect for them and the work they've put in this season. But we will be right back with you guys when we're ready for Agent Select. All right, and we are going to be here live in the character agent selection. Now, we already know our UMW Esports tried and true comp, but there is going to be a little bit of variation to it today in the fact that we are going to be having Charlie play KO with Mason coming in clutch on the Phoenix.
Phoenix, you'll have to see it. These new buffs really changed the character, changed everyone's outlook, really from the beginning of the game to the point we're at now. So, very excited to see what Mason could do on this Phoenix.
Yes, absolutely. Very excited to see kind of what Mason pulls out with the Phoenix. Now, we are going to be looking at the defending side of the team, which is going to be Brooklyn College. It does look like we are going to be having Asura on the Viper, Noodle on the Chamber, Godspeed on the Fade, Imitize on the KO, and Kira
Choose your
on
agent.
the Jet.
You don't see a lot of Jet a lot, even in major pro play. I don't know what it is, whether that's just character comfortability or just what it could be, but it's going to be interesting to see what BC could do here with that Jet versus what UMW could do here with this Phoenix. Really a battle of the duelists we're going to see tonight.
For sure, and definitely, a double kind of operator comp, in terms of the chamber and the jet, definitely means that they're going to be holding some of those deeper angles, and that's something that UMW has definitely seen during the prep phase, and we'll have to see if they are able to kind of pull it out here when we start the regular match.
Yes, very exciting. I was saying, I talk to these guys whenever there's around the arena, and one thing I always tell them is just, you guys know how to put on a show. You definitely know how to make the stream more entertaining, more enjoyable for everyone to watch. So being here live, able to commentate it, is just a whole nother level of excitement.
Absolutely, and we're definitely excited to have you as one of the first co-hosting ever, other than you and me for Smash.
Obviously.
So super excited on that front. We are going to go ahead and get into the thick of it, and we are going to be live with UMW, who is going to be offense first. Now, normally preferring to defend, but today we are going to have to kind of see how it goes. Pearl, a very comfortable map, something we've played all season long. And it does look like we have Colby with the Viper ready to set up for the lineup on the Execute.
Gotta love some Viper lineups. Obviously, labbing those. It's just the serotonin. Just sends you all the way over the top. Super enjoyable. we have some crashes.
Doesn't look like we're going to be playing it out. Attempted on the reset, but it is going to be Colby that does find one. The pop flashes are going to get the heaven angle as well, and Kira is going to be forced off.
Those smokes right there with Ashura finding a kill.
Yeah, we are going to see the Z trades quickly into Asura and Zerwi into there, and it is going to be a 1v2 situation. But unfortunately, defenders are going to win. An unfortunate disconnect there on the side of UMW to start it. But, you know, that sometimes it is what it is, and we'll have to see. They did pause the match time. All right, and it does not look like they are going to be willing to reset with us. That is okay. Guest commentator audio is fluctuating in for me. All right, give me 1 second.
There we are.
That should be a lot better.
Yes.
All right, bet. Awesome. And we are going to be looking to take some mid control here. Are going to be live with them as they push towards art side as well.
Getting suppressed right there, giving away that location. Very vital information. Trying to hold those angles, making sure with the KO on the other side, keeping them from pushing in right there. Holding these hard angles. No one wants to lose that first kill. No one wants to be that first death, but they want to take that first kill.
Absolutely, we do want to take the first elimination by far. However, we do have to remember they are kind of known to push. Thankfully, they didn't there. We are going to get the initial contact here, but it is going to be Kira that finds it and quickly traded out as well. That is going to be a SMG secured on the side of UMW.
Given to the Phoenix right there, obviously with the aggressive push, but he has no flashes, so he's going to play extra safe right here, popping the flash.
Oh, and it is going to be the trade in terms of Colby with the pistol. And this is suddenly becoming a very doable eco round on the side of UMW.
Spots the fade on the other side of the wall. He knows this position.
He's going to spy it as well.
Last player standing.
Unfortunately, Jack is not going to win the fight, but is going to win once more, make that 2. And that is going to be 3! The Colby Clutch Faster! The Colby Clutch Faster absolutely coming in clutch. You already know that we're gonna have to save that replay and watch it back.
I've been told to say this for his support's sake, but he's just so good. He's just so good. He gets it done.
And that is the Colby Clutch Factor coming in clutch. UMW Esports says we don't need a reset. There's one for you in the books, making it 1-1.
Tying it up right there. What an impressive clutch. Really just taking a standpoint in that 1v3, making it the 4K.
Absolutely.
Pushing onto the A site.
Great play by Colby, and it does look like we are going to get a fast aggression towards mid here.
Jack picking
but
up
Jack
2.
is going to find 2, but unfortunately they are going to have access to a Vandal now because of that. Gotta make sure not to overheat. We are going to get the plant out in the open as well.
Spamming through the wall right there. Planting the bomb, gaining control, but that wall, keeping up, keeping vision blocked. Making sure all these angles are checked, all these I's are dotted, T's are crossed.
Now Charlie pushing deep here is actually super critical because he's going to have a great overarching angle on to site when the bomb plant does come down. Asura is going to take 2 in terms of that, and it is going to be, unfortunately, Godspeed that does pick up the last as well. And unfortunately, Kira is going to kill Mason on the trade. That is going to make it 2-1. An interesting economic decision, an unfortunate one at that. But Asura finding 2 insane eliminations onto long angle, and we're going to be back to 2-1 with Brooklyn College in the lead.
I need a drop.
Ugh, and then with it being the regular match of the season, you know, last regular match of the season, we are going to have to, you know, to wonder what is next for the boys come playoff, you know.
What a jump peek.
Absolutely. Good
Beautiful
jump peek
movement.
is going to get the information. We'll have to see if they detect Akira on the elevated position.
They know how many are here. They can play safe around it. Or they're going to hard push. An aggressive play.
It's going to be the Molly on backside, waiting for the peek as well. Are going to be able to find two. Unfortunately, unable to get the trade. We are going to have one on the mid angle as well, as Z does look to take the contact. Doesn't appear that any is going to push, though. Unfortunately found, and they are going to know that it is main. We'll have to see what damage can be done. Kobe is going to come in for one. Is going to dash away as well. Would be crucial to find two here. Unfortunately, unable. Kira is going to get the pickup, and that is going to make it the round. 3-1. It really, what looked like a super good situation in terms of absolutely destroying PC's economy, suddenly turned sour there with the next two rounds, unfortunately not going the way, giving the rifle up mid. It should be a full reset here. This is going to be the full first buy round on both sides, so we should kind of see that equalize a little bit as we go throughout the rest of the first half.
So right there, Colby with the 7 kills. 7 heads gone.
Absolutely doing a great job of, you know, telling the team, don't sweat it, guys. I've got it from here.
Now we got Jack on that operator. We've seen throughout the season what he can do with that gun. Now let's see if he can really solidify that position with it right here.
It does look like the execute is looking to potentially come out here on to the inside long.
Top note right there. Mason hard pushing through.
Mason is hard pushing through as well. We'll have to see what information he can find. Unfortunately, not able to find anything, but is going to find one as well. And bomb is going to go down.
That was ult on the side of Colby as well, making sure the smoke stays up. Really trying to keep BC guessing here, giving so much intel.
Is going to be Z that also wins the one. Dog will also play more for the information for 2. Mason Diamond is also going to find one.
One enemy remaining.
And for Z finding that, and that is going to be a 3-piece by Z. A solid round in terms of holding from Cubby, preventing the retake. All right, a good round there by Xander, and we will have to see how the economy is used. It does look like it is going to be a quick push. It is going to be Mason that finds one. Will Mason find two? Unfortunately not. That is going to be double smokes as well.
Kira popping the knives right there. They got the intel on him. They know where he is. They are ready to take this site. There goes the KO ult going down. Picking up a little more information.
Is
That'll
going
be
to be
Kira dropping.
is going to be the trade that comes out, and it is going to be a 2v2 situation.
Last player standing.
Understood that one is art.
2v1.
We'll have to see how
Poison's off.
You see the Colby clutch factor again.
we could indeed, but it does look like the Noodle might have his number on the read. He's anticipating it, and he does from the side. Unfortunate there, Jet able to find two before falling when tucked onto Cubby, but sometimes that's just the way the knives bounce. So.
Yep. Sometimes they just magnetize to the head. Sometimes they're off in nowhere land. So Neverland. That's what I was trying to reference there. Neverland.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the name. I was trying to remember it, but
Gonna briefly pause for 1 second here while we just make sure we get the other angle up. Also want to go ahead and thanks Telegy, Eggrolled, iFlubbit, all for the follows in the meantime. And also thank you to everybody in chat, including Bulbasaur, Sauce, and Buggy Wuggy. in terms of supporting your fellow Eagles.
Mason picking up one right through the wall, sending it hard. Trading it for the 4v4 now. Someone having to play so safe, having to play their angle so well, and that'll be the KO. Picking up another one on Mason. 4v3 very carefully. However, BC is completely silenced right now, but then that whole ending. Commander.
No charges.
A stressful 1v run right now.
Find you.
Intel will save him.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my goodness, and it is going to be Charlie at absolutely clear sight. Last is going to be determined, and now it's just playing for time.
But Ashura picking up that headshot. They know where he is. They know how to play around this.
But with time ticking down and the mollies preventing.
Everyone
Yep.
making out for their lives.
Yep, and it
that'll
is
be-
going to be a UMW round. Let's go.
Let's go.
4-3.
Pulling those angles right there at the very end, making sure they don't lose any more of that economy, making sure none of those guns are dropped.
Yep, and it is going to be probably an ultimate out on the side, I would assume, of Noodle in terms of to operate without weaponry. A little bit of an economic divot here, and it will have to be Brooklyn on a save round after the conclusion of this rifle, depending on its outcome.
Ultimate coming out from BC's Ashura. Gaining so much control as they can, and there's Mason pulling out with the ult, but getting sucked back in. They know where he is. They're ready to play around this. That'll be the ult going down. Very quickly. 5v5 turned into a 5v2, turned into a 4v2.
Yep, and we are going to see the boys elect to fall off here. Probably the good decision. We're going to see how the initial contact is potentially taken on mid. Probably unable to find the damage.
Last player
Peeking.
standing.
And it is going to be Asura pushing so deep with the Viper there. A really good match so far out of Asura, and a really good match out of the Zero. You have to ask, is it the Viper difference that might make the game? We will have to see.
Thank you.
This is just such an intense game already. We're in round 8, and I'm already seeing my
Let's
watching
play.
these players doing the best they can, making sure not a single round drops, not a single kill is gone. But it looks like Xander is going to take Asura. This could be what they need to take their round. Their top fragger down. So Kira's going to pick up one on Mason, making this again the 4v4.
I think what's more important about that art pick is the rifle security. We saw definitely at the start of the third round there how crucial it was to have a rifle, and now with the boys having that, they might actually look to take access towards B-side long, and it does look like that is exactly what they are going to do, but will they detect
Noodle hard holding this
that
angle.
they are potentially being held hard? And it is unfortunately going to be Noodle that wins the round out in terms of the operator battle, chamber v chamber. And we will have to see how they elect to defend. Are they going to continue to run it through and try to get bomb down with the rifle?
That eye not picking up anyone important, but there goes the intel.
It's
And
going
there
to
goes
be
their
the
KO. They're taking a little damage up top right there. 3v3.
is going to be Heaven that is dead, but Noodle that is able to
Spike
prevent
down,
the
B.
bomb plant.
30 seconds left.
2v2. They're super healthy. They're super ready for anything. They're making
And
it
it
into the
is going to be
2v1.
Z again with the absolute play. The
24
plant
health in the green.
is going to have to be patient. And it is going to be double rifle secured now. Definitely want to get more of a Heaven angle here. We're going to have to see, can Z do it? This would make it a 4K piece for him. Swap to a Vandal. The boys know it. The information is there.
And they're ready for it, both with rifles of their own.
Playing on the head contact, but it is going to be the double swing. And what became an impossible save round became a round in favor of UMW. Good job, boys.
Such impressive stuff coming out from this team right now. Just working off of each other so well, each giving themselves enough intel, really to just move to the next round with such confidence and such style, even at that.
Yeah, and most importantly, just continuing to really even this out. UMW definitely more of a defensive side of team. In VOD review, founding that BC, maybe struggled sometimes on the offensive. So, making these offensive rounds count right now is super crucial and important to putting them more on the back foot as we go into round 2.
And right there, they were ready for that eye. But are they ready for the 5-man hard push on the ace?
We'll have to see. And Jack is going to find Kira as well.
Godspeed's going to pick one up on Xander.
Godspeed is going to get one, but is traded quickly.
They're going to off the
And
res.
it is the push through by Mason like an absolute maniac. Does fake the hold as well. And that is going to be a quick 4v2 reset. And UMW is going to fall off towards the A-side main.
They very could tie up this round right here. Even if they trade, they'll still be alive. 2 guys, and they have bombs, so they can easily hold this site as much as they want.
And it is going to be the double swing, the
Triple
triple swing
swing.
flash
Oh my
towards the
God.
hard side angle.
Who do you shoot at? How hard do you have to flick to kill all 3?
Unfortunately, that is what they call a spray and pray. But even there, we're going to be live with Noodle. But it looks very ill in terms of what he could potentially do. Maybe looking to save a rifle. Grab one at that. Oh, and
No,
it's going
but
to be
dropping
the
to
beat hop by
Jack.
Jack, who is going to say chamber difference. You got me on the operator long last round. Here's it right back. And that's going to be 5-5 tied up here. Going towards the back half of the first half here, and even more crucially, it is going to have to be a save round here, the second to last round out of BC. This will be really crucial. Let's see if the boys can solidify the round here. If they do win, it might force a secondary eco as well, which would mean that the next round is all but free, going 7-5 into the half.
Basically, that's exactly what you're trying to look for right there. You really just want to completely swamp them. I mean, look at that. You're buying the Frenzy on round 10. This is so important. This is such an important round that you have to win, which honestly puts on a lot more stress, which really going to work well in the side of UMW right here. And look at that hard push
Yeah, and
right
it's going to
there.
be a hard miss push, but we'll have to see if it has been read correctly. The boys are going to be sprinting out onto site. They might not understand that it is a full mid push.
Got the full ring around the Rosie going here. But
And
Jack
it is
looks like
it's
he's
gonna be
ready.
Jack. It's gonna be Jack that takes first full contact. Unfortunately, not able to find anything, but it is gonna be Colby Clutch Factor that is going to go ahead and swing wide.
There you go, tying it up, 3v3 right there.
Wait
But
up
you
the
got all
flash.
that intel.
At least one more informationally is known.
There
The
he goes with
full
the hard
flash, and
peek.
it is gonna be the trade in Halls, but Halls will be traded as well. And 5-6, the boys go up strong. A great defense on the long, a good hold by Jack initially. Colby with the clutch. Colby Clutch Factor
Colby
coming in
Clutch
strong,
Factor.
baby.
Colby Clutch Factor.
Super excited to see how this goes, and it is going to be full buy.
Get it on your stickers,
And
get
look-
it on t-shirts, because that's the slogan of the night right here. Colby Clutch Factor.
Absolutely, and we are in a position too to also see Mason grab orb towards A side, potentially to get the run it back as well, and we'll have to see how crucial that ultimate is here on the last round of the only game 1.
Top flash right there, really just trying to gain as much intel. But the swing from Noodle, but they know he's there. They know he's ready for
just
it.
playing more the informational game here. We definitely will see Mason with the run it back, and you know exactly where he's going. It's going to be found. Amber is backside as well. Are going to be live with Z. He tries to push it, but Noodle is going to find it. Jet is
Everyone's
flanked.
popping ultimates, but it looks like it's now a 3v3 with the Jet ult going down. KO going down as well. They know they're there. They're ready for this.
And this is going to be just a 2v2 of gun battle alone.
Last player standing.
But unfortunately found, and that is going to tie us up 6-6. An absolute good half on both sides here. We go in to the defensive half.
Switching sides.
And we are live here with the defensive half, and we are going to have to see how UMW looks to aggress. It potentially does look like it is going to be a quick mid play, and we'll have to see if the boys are ready for it. Confidence is key. We will have to see if they sell it well. Do not B, but is the information potentially gathered?
Bring them down. Spike planted.
Looking at 2v5 on the side of UMW right now.
Yeah, you missed it, Jack. There was a quarterback sneak. They took one person with the bomb towards A site, and everybody else executed on B. They did get the site successfully, but definitely bamboozled the boys a little bit in terms of where this one had been planted.
Got 2 pushing through mid, 1 pushing through that A back. Are they ready for the ultra swing? They're ready to find. They are ready for this. Hard peaks and all. They know he's there.
Last player standing. One enemy
The boys are
remaining.
prepared for all of this. Are we gonna see a Mason clutch?
Unfortunately not. It is going to be bomb that is going to detonate, but good economic damage done.
Mason's sitting really healthy right now with all that money. We're gonna see looks like it's still gonna be a save round, but on the side of BC, really just hard pushing with SMGs.
Yep. Now it is going to be 2 Bulldog buys by them. The Bulldog, a very controversial purchase currently within the meta state, just because it can't really hold on in terms of the rifle rounds, you know, and with the close contact angles, a lot of people would prefer the Spectre, but it is going to be a triple Bulldog setup coming out of them, and it is going to be all towards Ace.
Watch your eyes!
They got that intel. So did they.
And it is going to be intel, but the boys actually are going to willingly give sight here, and we are going to play for the retake.
Spike planted.
See right there. Who do you swing? Who do you peek? Where do you peek? You peek right there. And unfortunately, bodies just dropping.
Yep, unfortunately, it is going to be a hard round to win. It's going to be the flash out as well, but we will have to see how much eco damage can be done. It is going to be facing with at least one. We'll have to see if any more damage can be done with the second. It is going to be the walking headshot. Asura is going to take that one. It is going to be 8-6.
Okay.
And it is going to be Imdida May. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. We appreciate your support of UMW Esports. An absolute crazy match here so far on Pearl, attack sided. But now switching over to defense, switching it up a little bit. It is going to be the full buy round coming out of the side of UMW and the bonus round on the side of BC. This round anticipated to be won by UMW. And let's see if the boys can kind of hold it down here and get their economy back on track for the second half.
Gotta love the Twitch primes.
Absolutely.
Gotta keep those Twitch primes rolling.
Gotta love the
people.
Twitch primes. Keep them rolling. Bezos doesn't need it, but you know we do. Yep. Yep, and we are offline, which means we just lost stream for absolutely no reason at all. And we are back, and that is 9:30 p.m. Unsure of what happened there, but we do apologize. We did lose you briefly. We are still live with the round. Fortunately, no contacts taken quite yet.
Enemy suppressed.
It is going to be the boys. Look how back they're playing. Super defensive.
Playing it so safe right now, not wanting a single person to lose.
30 seconds left.
Playing a man down this game is so intense for them. Trying to keep every single person alive, making sure BC does not get a chance. And
Is going to be Z with the first contact, and they are going to understand quickly what is going on.
an immediate trade, making it the 5v2.
Yep, and the
10 seconds
Running
left.
out of time.
Molly is going to go ahead and
Spike
at least
planted.
I think the spike, but it's still the 5v2. Who do you peek? Where do you peek?
Azura is going to find one, but they do have to be careful. They could potentially push 4 rifles now. No rifles taken, but the number is read by Jack. A great pickup. Just like that. It is going to be Zuri. Good job, Colby, finding the A main pick as well.
Beautiful picks off of them. Jack, amazing read right there on Asura, knowing exactly when they're going to be able to peek, get the kill, and push into sight.
Absolutely great eliminations on that side as well, and it does appear that it is going to be a full buy round on both sides here. Mason, yeah, okay, we are gonna be able to buy it fully here, and it is gonna be Noodle once again with that operator on the chamber. We know he loves it. We know he loves it on defense, but we'll have to see how he likes to use it on offense.
Right here, Jack, maybe he'll get a nice pickup on the Kira. Battle the peaks right now. He got the information he needs.
And it is gonna be Jack that wins the 1.
He's gonna be able to win the 2.
Is not gonna win the 2. Unfortunately, should have fallen off when he could, but the flash is gonna come out. It's gonna be the 2 mid call as well. Charlie. Oh my gosh, Mason pushed up very aggressively towards deep. They do have to make sure. And it is gonna be Mason that falls off as well. But it is gonna be Charlie that does find Godspeed on the door.
What a beautiful kill pickup right there. Are we gonna see one on the side of Xander picking up another one?
Mason is gonna find it and get the headshot angle on him as well.
3v1, but Noodle with that operator having such a commanding role right now.
But this is the team I know and love, immediately starting to stack up on each other, understanding operator. It might mean 1 shot, 1 elimination, but it does not mean that you can do collaterals very easily.
30 seconds
They are
left.
going to go ahead and be positioned well.
Colby knows he's got the hard read.
He's
He
also
knows
tucked.
exactly.
He's tucked as well and is going to find the elimination. A great round by Colby, tying it up 8-8.
He knew exactly what he wanted when he wanted it, and he just took it. Tying it up, UMW, fantastic 2 rounds right here, bringing it back from such a deficit to such an even game now.
Absolutely, and here it comes again, once again. It is going to be an eco round out of the side of BC. You have to ask yourself, at what point in terms of offensive lack of success is it going to start mentally getting to them? And I think that we might be seeing that now, and we might be seeing that throughout the rest of the game.
Let's play.
See the UMW wash right now.
Is going to be the run it back that is going to... Oh my gosh, absolutely sprinting. And it is going to be the full flash. Mason is going to find 1, and that is a great offensive play through the middle angle. And they are
an
going...
important shot just whiffed by Noodle right there, losing that chamber op, losing such a strong tool.
And already with an ultimate being used.
Oh, Bakira ready for Mason right there.
Yep, ready for Mason, and we have to wonder, is gonna unfortunately give them some ultimate pressure in terms of the knives.
Here comes the Jettle, holding those angles, holding them hard, but there they go.
The suppression is gonna do a good job of ensuring this is at least somewhat a close fight.
And Jet drops the Colby.
Colby finds 1, finds 2, and we are going to be live. Is Colby going to find it? He finds 3. Colby clutch factor is going absolutely insane this game. This man is just locked in. He has got his jimmies tight, the belt full, and the long john socks up to the knees. We are super excited for Colby to be performing so well here in map 1.
Really is just a Colby sweep right now. I mean, what more can you say?
Not much more is needed, Jack. Not much more is needed. And it is going to be a full buy round here from BC. They are now in the loser's bonus, which means they should be able to buy out pretty much permanently here, unless they kind of miss correctly buy utility. But it, very easily could start snowballing here. I mean, we did use a few ultimates there, but we do have a few for ourselves as well.
Flash.
Mason is going to flash and is going to find almost a full lineup of the BC student.
But he's ready. He knows they're there, and now they know he's there. Just playing. So there goes the KO ult.
Yeah, it is going to be the
All this
KO
intel coming
as
out.
well. But it is going to be the information gathered.
Kira finding one through the wall.
Yep, unfortunately, Kira is going to find one.
Spike planted.
Ask what kind of trades are we gonna see here with all this util coming out so quickly? Little holding that hard angle, but Colby ready for it.
Are we ready for it? And actually
coming out as well.
is going to ult as well, and this is going to prevent a lot of the information.
Face your
Doesn't.
fear.
Mason is going to have the read onto the Kira, and that is super integral.
Jack dropping. They're not ready for it. He has
One
enough
enemy
health to
remaining.
stick it. But will he be able to? There we go. Mason picking up the 4K and Colby with the defuse on the round right here.
Absolutely. A great job there on the side of UMW, working well. Colby just absolutely feeling it, peeking every angle and saying, you know what, I've got your number too, buddy, and I'm coming for you. This has been a great game from him, and even, almost equally great game for Mason, normally on the KO, but really adapting here when needed in terms of playing the Phoenix. Doing a great job of it, doing a great job of making sure he's getting the read onto those opposing fast-pushing players like Kira. It's just been beautiful to watch.
I mean, if you think about it, Phoenix is really just a more aggressive KO.
Yeah.
In the sense of Kid, except he doesn't have the great intel coverage or the same class type. Is Jack ready for this again? Not. Unfortunately, dropping to Noodle again. Sadly, the chamber difference, but not in the way we'd like to see it.
I will say, though, it is going to be, a lot of damage done, and with no way to heal, and the rifle not really secured on their front, we don't lose a ton. However, it is crucial, though, in terms of that the rest of the boys can follow up with the damage that is needed in terms of the headshots. That is going to be one. Make it almost two. We are going to see the ultimate used as well.
Mason picking up 2 and Charlie picking up 1 himself, now making this a 4v1. Noodle has to fend for his life right here. You gotta ask, how many one-taps can a man get?
Now, he is going to back up. That
Triple
is going to be
molly.
the triple molly onto head.
That's what you call coverage.
Yeah, and he does not have bomb.
All these peaks. Ooh, Colby.
And it is going to be Colby just saying, I'm just going to do it. And he's
so
just going to
good.
swing, and he is just absolutely feeling it. It is going to be 8-11 UMW. Absolutely showing up with dominance. Economy through the roof. They could lose almost 2 full rounds here and still be able to full buy. But looking to close it out here.
Colby was really looking like a Neo right there from Matrix, dodging that headshot.
Absolutely got to crouch sometimes with occasion, but only with a grain of salt. Of course, like all good things. Are going to see Jack here utilizing the chamber ultimate as well. Is going to be playing a little bit more towards the A side this round. The,
Save round for him.
the aggressive flash is going to find one, but however, we have not held this deep of an angle this entire game. And we will have to see if Jack can find it. This is what he is known for. We are not going anywhere in terms of this action. It is going to
Mason
be
picking up
Mason
2.
that finds 2 as well. But we are going to sit right back here. It is going to be the 1, and Jack is going to find it as well. Are going to lose 1 in terms of Godspeed towards door versus Z, but also the damage has been done.
Now the boys are just having such a hard hold on
Look at this
Backed into the wall.
aggressive play by Mason, the walking one tap. This
he
is
gonna
going to make the difference in the round. Oh my gosh, a 4v1. The boys have read it beautifully.
Are we gonna see Mason with another 4K? No, sadly not. The
Unfortunately
3K.
not, but we also are going to get the disaggression. No reason to make it any more difficult than it needs to be. Falling off site, play for the post plant. Come on, it's 3v1.
30 seconds
Looking
left.
like he wants that kill. He wants this round to be over. He wants this game
And
to be
it
over.
is going to
Taking
be
the head.
Jack with the headshot. A great angle by him and playing super aggressively. A great pick by Jack, not only to eliminate their enemy chamber, but also to disable the trap by doing so. Allows for that deep flank. A great round by them, and it is going to be match point here on game number 1 for UMW. Can they close it out, Jack?
Oh, easily. You got one more game left. Look at all that money. Like you said, they can lose 2 rounds here and still have enough where altogether BC doesn't even have enough money across their whole team to equal one of our players.
Absolutely. That is very true, and it is going to be an almost half buy out on the edge of whatever they can. Yep, but it is going to be the correct call by Z to back up. It is going to be a semi-quick aggression.
Mason getting muted right there from the KO knife. Xander just making it out in time, holding these hard angles, making sure not a single player drops, trying to get some jump peeks in, but really doesn't want to risk losing that.
No charges left.
Losing that man down. 4v5 couldn't mean the loss of a round at this point
And
right here.
it is going to be Charlie with the so crucial pickup. Z to follow as well. Potentially one more. Saw the shoulder where it mattered.
They know where he is. They know where KO is. They got 2 on that door, but they still got 5 on their team.
Watch your eyes.
Is going to
Noodle
be
dropping
one.
to Charlie.
Is going to be the trade. That is 2. And that is going to be UMW Esports taking match 1. An insane play by everybody. Jack, what are your thoughts on the match?
What a fantastic game 1. Pearl, honestly one of my favorite maps. So it's really exciting to see UMW win that game 1, go in with such momentum, and hopefully we're going to be seeing a game 2 wash right here.
Absolutely. And we are going to be right back in just a moment, kicking a quick 5-minute break, but don't go anywhere for all of the action. Stay right here.
See you then.
And we are back here with UMW Esports. What an absolutely insane game one, Jack. What are your thoughts?
Oh my god. What a fantastic game. Like I said, there's such a different energy from watching it and casting it than just watching it and in my room. There's such a different vibe to it, and it really makes the game such a different feeling. Makes it a lot more exciting, a lot more tension, which is exactly what you want to see out of some of these players right here. But Colby, I mean,
Absolutely. The word of the day is not scary. It's a different 5-letter word, and it's going to be Colby. Absolutely destroying on match one. Definitely excited to see him stay in the game here as we look to attack on Fracture. We will be live with that in just a moment. In the meantime, would like to go ahead and say congratulations to those players recently announced for both our competitive and casual Rocket League teams, and also the announcement posted earlier today within the Discord, also introducing casual Overwatch 2 and League of Legends to the program. Definitely excited to continue to expand, and if any of you out there are interested in UMW Esports, please make sure to fill out our recruit form. Make sure to be here live for our streams, cheering on your fellow Eagles, and we're excited to continue to grow this program into an absolute menace of the East Coast.
I'm super excited to see Overwatch 2. I mean, I've already dunked at least 50, maybe 60 hours in the game. So now being able to play it casually with a bunch of people in the program that I know, gonna be very exciting.
Absolutely nothing but great fun times ahead, but we will be right back in just 1 minute as we get live to agent selection on map 2 Fracture right after this.
Stay tuned.
Tell me when you're ready, anytime. Hello, I'm Troy Pano. We want you because students are at the heart of everything we do.
Okay, right here?
After the clamp? Yeah. Okay.
All right, I got this.
Pete, you're bombing my thing. Clap it, and then we want you. Okay, great.
We want you.
We want you.
We want you.
All right, and we are back. Let's get into it. And it is going to be agent selection here on Fracture. UMW usually opting to be the more offensive defense, but we will have to see how they choose to attack first here. And already seeing some very, very interesting picks here in terms of the Killjoy from IMTIX. Godspeed with the breach, pretty stock standard and traditional, and of course we are expecting Noodle to stay on that chamber and Kira on some form of offensive. I'm going to call it now. We're going to see Viper on Asura.
I mean, that'd be the safe pick, right? But maybe there's a pocket pick that we don't know of, and you know what? I'll take the L on this one. Could easily be wrong, but you know what? I'm gonna just say this. I'm a little biased. I am a Killjoy main myself. I like being the rat, setting up all those setups, getting those molly kills where I'm really not supposed to, and just winning those clutch scenarios. However, the UMW bias overrides that Killjoy bias. I easily want to see the 2-0 here.
Well, we are interested to see, especially how the comps counter in terms of
Are we gonna see a bit of the character?
Your agent.
Yes, it does look like we're gonna have to see Asura on more of the primary controller. They are trying to debate on whether or not they want the Viper. Looks like they are not gonna opt for it, but we are gonna see the lineup fully already locked in on the side of UMW. We've got Mason on the breach. We've got Colby on the brim. We've got Charlie on the KO. We've got Jack on the chamber and Brandon on the raise. Now, this information super crucial here. They are going to be able to see each other now and know what characters they are expecting. Now, we were expecting a Viper here on defending side, but no worries. The Killjoy, while definitely a good pick in terms of the retake, breach, brim, raise, all of these agents super good at denying the Killjoy ultimate. Something that, while a very strong piece of utility, is quite fragile.
That is very true. However, you gotta be careful, even with those recent Killjoy changes, making the turret a bit more reliable Intel is everything with Killjoy, and if there's one thing BC has been showing a lot in Game 1, they know how to get intel. So it's going to be very interesting seeing these Killjoy setups to be able to get as much intel on the side of UMW as they can.
Absolutely, the super aggressive plays out of Asura. We'll have to see if he elects to be that aggressive on a Brim. That would be very interesting to see a Brim pushing first. But as I say it, potentially looks like it was there as well.
But it's backing off a bit right here, though. Might give UMW the chance to take it with the split B push.
Yeah, and it is going to be the split B push. Unfortunately, it is going to be Asura that is able to find the Deagle one hit as well. We are going to have to see how UMW elects to get onto site. They are going to get out there, but it is
So carefully right here, making sure no one
going to
pops
be the
too
breach
quick.
flash that does push well, but Jack is able to get out as
makes it
well.
out alive.
That is going to be 1, almost 2 on the headshot.
But trading 3 for 3.
It's going to be Charlie, but Asura with the walking 1 dink.
Last
Charlie.
player standing.
The 1v3 clutch right here for round 1, the pistol round, one of the most important rounds.
But unfortunately is going to fall. A great dive by Jack in terms of staying alive. Unfortunate that Brandon was found early by the Deagle. You know, that chamber, the gun might look expensive, but the bullets are cheap. And, you know, early game rounds, those really can be the difference in terms of landing those one hits. You know, just as successful as the Deagle, just as successful as the Marshall. It's very hard to win into that, especially on defense. So, you know, no worries there. We're definitely looking to kind of reset, and we are looking to potentially take aggressive, fast B here. It is going to be the full stack into a 3-man push that will be on the defense. We'll have to see what happens here. Looking to definitely go for orb control.
I mean, there's a reason Chamber is known as the king of 1v1s. You might be thinking you're fighting with one gun. Oh, but Asura taking 2 with that molly right there. Such an and 2 more on the side of UMW taking damage, even below half health right now. Really got it alive from Brandon right here on the raise, making sure to stay alive. But Jack holding that back angle, making sure every single angle is covered.
Yeah, and it is going to be more of an economic downset here. You know, definitely the bomb is down, the entire team has rotated, and it's going to be more about what damage can be done in terms of who is going to do the damage. And it does look like Charlie is going to potentially be walking up, is going to take an initial contact here into a swinging noodle. The noodle is going to drop, and it is going to be a Deagle that is going to find a 1-hit success. Is going to be bomb that is picked up, but unfortunately,
Spike down B.
I have the spike.
30
is going to be the
seconds
push
left.
through that matters. But it is going to be the walking 1-dink by Kira, understandably, at least getting at least 1 elimination in terms of the damage. Asura already showing to be dominant. Back, you know, saw them on the Viper last game. You know, they were top fragging there and already making it very, very similar here at the start of game 2. But it is going to be the full buy round out of UMW, pretty stock standard at the 3-0 mark. And it is going to be the bonus round here, but we have to make sure that the boys win big. And it does look like they are going to be very split in their decision making in terms of also sending Brandon out towards a race side.
We're gonna see how this split works. Obviously, Asura using so much utility, getting so much intel, and obviously picking up 2 kills at the beginning right there, really putting UMW at such a strategical deficit. But now they're working with all that money. They're working with all that econ. They got money to waste. And you know, even if they drop 1 round, they'll still be ahead. But that'll drop them even. It's interesting to see how UMW is gonna be able to take this round back. Dropping the Killjoy right there. Hiding through the smoke. Brandon.
Engineer killed.
Ooh. Brandon getting a nice kill. Trading with the 3v3 under sight right there. Kira only half. Brandon's ready for it. Dropping down to the 3v1. Pushing on the site. Ready with bomb. Planting in obviously one of the most safest positions. But now it's Asura. We know what they're able to do. We know what they can we know what they can do with these characters. I'm tripping over my words right here. I'm so stressed.
That's okay, but we do know that Asura is going to be down in terms of the weaponry, only going to be able to be using an SMG here. Is going to spy Mason on the initial angle, but does have to know the double is coming out. Is going to smoke, pretty smart on their front in terms of preventing the pop flash, but we do have the 3-man angle here, and the second the footstep is heard, that is going to be the round, and that is it. A quick trade up, a nice 3-piece by Brandon. Super crucial in terms of the drop down there. The boys maybe were a little slow in terms of rotating together towards the Sands pick, but able to make it happen nonetheless, and it is going to be a full buyout, and once again, Noodle is going to be holding the longest noodle in the game, and that is going to be the operator per usual on the side of the chamber. Gonna have to see how they, kind of elect to basically, predict where that operator is going to be. Always been such a crucial decider, especially in the first half of game 1 with the defense explicitly playing that.
Mason running in, full push the site, util out, reach hold all. Asura dropping 1, he's dropping 2, but he's dropping very low in health right here. And he's dropping 3.
Player standing.
Asura pushing at 15 health. Gotta see, sadly, that's gonna be a full, no one dropping on the side of BC, making it 3-1. UMW's got to start thinking right here. What can we do to destroy this brim? What can we do to break through this 9-1 brim? How are we going to be able to push through and win this round?
Yes, absolutely. Definitely a great point. You have to wonder if Asura is in their heads a little bit. But I think most importantly, might look to see a tactical timeout anywhere around the 6 to 7 round mark if things don't go their way here on the side of the next full buy at the end of there. This round, take it or leave it. It could very easily be a throwaway. It does look like the boys are going to opt to at least, buy up a little bit into the bonus and see if they can maybe potentially kind of work their magic towards at least one side of the map. I will say, big props to Asura. Once again, smoking deep here does give them the information that it is probably more towards the opposite B side or an A hit in its entirety. So, a really good play on the side of them to kind of figure that out as well. They are going to know now in terms of the information, and they are going to look and kind of try to suppress towards tower. 1 is not going to be found. That was going to be a huge nade that is going to force him off of the position, and it is going to be the stun that catches him as well. They are going to, determine that Asura is towards tower. It is going to be Brandon with the rocket that somehow is going to do the damage. Don't care. We're going to go with it. And it is going to be a 3v4, picking up the rifle as well. And what was an eco round is now slowly becoming more and more plausible. It is going to be Jack with the headshot as well, making it super crucial here, able to pick up the rifle and hold. This is looking like it's going to be a UMW round. Just going to have to be careful with our angles.
They still have Noodle on with the operator. This is very important for UMW to play these angles super safe, super close.
1 enemy remaining.
Now it's a 3v1. Noodle still holding the operator, but all of UMW holding rifles.
Yes, absolutely. And actually, we want to make sure we are holding these rifles. If Noodle's going to run with that operator, we're going to let him. It's potentially looking to really peek into it, but is holding it close, but he is going to miss. That is going to be Jack going for the one-hit headshot, and they are going to try to chase him down as well, but he is going to be running for the hills in terms of A main, and that is fine. We're going to go ahead and let him have it. Securing 3 rifles will do us the job, and what was an eco round turns into a UMW round. Very happy to see that that's been going our way throughout this series thus far.
What a fantastic turn. Easily just taking it, but still, like I said, Noodle with that operator, very scary. So it's definitely a high priority. Get him off that, and just as much getting Asura away, just off the map as well. Got to make sure easily a 3v5, and now just probably secure the UMW round again, tying it up to make it a 3v3.
Yep, and it is going to be the 2 moving quickly towards the dish. Do have to be
Right there.
interestingly curious. It is going to be almost a full site shutdown in terms of the initial equipment.
Gotta be careful of that killjoy turret.
It is going to be Jack that finds Kira, but unfortunately traded quickly by Godspeed.
Picking up one on Jack, making it now the 4v4.
It is sort of unfortunate that it was going to be the operator that was on Jack. We are going to have to see if Brandon is ready to win that fight. It does not look like he is going to. Going to fall off quickly as well. It is going to be the ult.
Killjoy out. Ult coming out.
KJ lockdown was destroyed as well. Is going to be a double molly into the prevention for defuse. Is going to be a 3v2 on the Flash. Flash is going to come out as well.
Last player standing.
Got one. He got two.
Bomb is going to be prevented, and I don't know if the defuse will have time. They might, but they do not! And that is going to be an insane clutch by 3v2. We are going to go ahead and save that replay because we want to watch it back in all of that action. An absolutely insane round, well played on the 2v3, timing their flashes perfectly, making sure the equipment was used, the 1v1 trade in terms of Jack for Charlie, but most importantly, focusing the diffuser. That is the milliseconds that matter. A good count on the side of UMW and a great round for them, tying at 3-3.
What a fantastic clutch by Charlie. Obviously, like you said, prioritizing the diffuser right there, really clutching out that round, making sure tying it up to 3v3, and Killjoy dying to it. Now only running with the sheriff, but now Kira's got those knives and has been such a strong force with that ult.
Yeah. Yes, and Kira actually just did a double Q updraft dash. That is the reason that they were able to find the kill. And it is going to be Mason that is able to trade one. An absolutely insane play, though, by Kira to start the round. But UMW says, you know what? We don't care about your lineups. We don't care about your flashy plays. We're just going to straight outgun you and walk onto this site as it's a 2v4 in the post plan.
Did you notice how Brandon got a kill with the boombot?
Absolutely.
Got the boombot on to the Killjoy? That's just disrespectful. Also has a sheriff. It's interesting gun to see out of him right now, but you got Noodle holding this angle too.
One enemy remaining.
And it is going to be the boys that clean it up 3-4.
I love that death animation. I love the knife that came in that bundle, the little fushigi.
Does look like Kira is watching the Twitter clips, does understand the minute details, but you have to ask, traded so quickly there, was it worth it to pop knives for actually ultimately only one kill?
Instantly dropped, and they didn't even buy. Dropped straight to the pistol. Mason turned his head, fired away, and got the kill, securing that round, denying that ult.
Off your feet!
Jack picking up one, but noticing Kira in the underpass right there. Turning around, but Asura is going to be on the flank. Gonna have to play super carefully right here. Both Kira and Asura coming up from the bottom.
Yeah, and the call was number one under, but Kobe is not gonna care. He's just gonna say, absolutely, I'm gonna swing you anyway. And is he gonna do it again? He does, but unfortunately not found. That is totally okay. 2v4.
Fanning all the intel they need. But Mason, is he ready to fight? Is he ready for the Brimstone? He is not taking instant shot to the head, making this a 2v2. Again,
Last player
Noodle
standing.
on that operator, but picking up the Phantom instead. Now it's a 2v1 clutch on the side of Brandon. Full health and full shield. Have to play super resourceful here, and sadly,
yes, unfortunately, didn't delay enough time in terms of the bomb plan. We are going to be losing that 2v4. Definitely could have been a little bit cleaner. It is going to be tied 4-4. Is going to be an economic downset in terms of it is going to be a full rifle buy still on the side of both teams, but definitely seeing that BC's economy is struggling even after the round win. These back and forth games are actually some of the worst to play in Valorant because, unable to get those winners bonuses, unable to get those losers bonuses really just makes it not a fun game for anyone to play.
nope. Keeping it very even. That's how we like it. Oh. And taking a couple shots right there, dropping all the way down to 40 HP, but not losing his life.
Yep, and that is honestly the most crucial part to this. We are going to see Bomb is situated over back towards by the A site as well. Is going to be one quick pick that was almost would have been a super crucial pick too in terms of the the utility that was towards A side, but it does look like we are going to be live with Jack just getting the close range, and it is going to be, thankfully, unable to be found. Brim ult on tower is going to find the man.
What a use utility.
But we do have to ask if they are going to already expect the rotate. TP back is going to find one, but they are going to know that the flank is there.
We're going.
And it is going to be Brandon on the ladder as well. Is going to be the kill.
One tap. Tossing him out.
Tossing
Ready
him
for
out
the
and
peek.
doing the damage. Is going to be the double flash and the damage by Mason through the smoke. Absolutely reading it. A great flank to get the elimination onto the chamber. Is going to make it 4-5 here.
Such a beautiful one tap.
Absolutely. And also, you can't neglect the absolute rope play there by Brandon. I don't know if you've ever shot your weapon on a rope in Valorant. Extremely inaccurate, but somehow able to find the one dink headshot onto Asura with the flank. We're going to take it. You know what? We don't think twice, and it is going to be a full eco round to a full buy round coming out here. Advantage UMW going into the back half of the first half of game 2.
Such a stylish fight too. From the back into the rope, one shot through the brim ult, just like all around, so flashy. That's a Twitter clip if I've seen any.
Now they are going to have to see if they...
Boombot picked up another kill here, but Jack picking up a kill, Kira picking up one with the shorty, Kobe picking up one on Kira.
Sometimes you are the forgotten lamb, but it is going to be the trades that is quickly, and it is going to be 3 arcade that is recognized. And it is going to be, unfortunately, unable, but Brandon is going to find one.
One enemy remaining.
Now it's a 3v1. Asura is super low right here, but Brandon knows exactly.
Brandon doing the
where
damage,
he's
and
ready.
he is going to find it. And also, I don't know if you saw it there, but Defender Killjoy down is going to make this an extremely hard round for them in terms of going into the end of the first half.
Such a nail biter. BC really needs to win around here. Really needs to keep that eco up. Moving into the 2 last rounds of this half. Because if UMW carries this momentum, the 8v4 on Fracture going into defense, we could see an easy 5-round sweep.
That is true, especially with the pistol round and how the boys like to play it. Now, we are worried, though, about the Asura having the Brim ultimate. Now, we did see Colby with a great Brim play in terms of forcing out of heaven for the easy elimination. However, we are worried because, you know, these guys seem to have the tricks. They seem to have the cheeky stuff done, but it is going to be Jack that says, I don't care about your cheeky stuff. Here's the pickup, Kira. I know that you've been pushing all game, and I'm expecting it.
That's just how I feel like that's just what the Jet comes with the character. You know, you have that kind of that confidence that you need. But BC, but Noodle picking up 2, but Diamond trading it. Making a 3v3.
It is going to be a 3v3 here, but we do know that they are going to have access.
Sora picking up another one on the Mason, but Jack ready.
Is going to be the dink, but unfortunately the headshot not going to go. Is going to be Charlie. Bomb down, 40 seconds. Time to work with.
We see him play this Killjoy at full health, but Brimstone and Breach both super low. One bullet could easily mean the
30
difference
seconds left.
between life or death. And Charlie clutching the round out. 3v1.
If I'm Charlie here, I think you have to go ahead and take it rope side. I just think that with the smokes, especially the different angles that could be tucked here, is going to elect to take it out towards this side.
See,
10
Niggas
seconds
Retail
left.
coming out. They could just play as safe as they want. Picking up one on Asura.
Is going to be picked, but unfortunately, that is going to be the 3-man
Last
pick.
round before the switch.
Shout out to Godspeed, first kill of the game. We absolutely appreciate that. You know, just to make sure that everybody's contributing and doing something. But 9 assists, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and swallow my words right there, because with 9 assists on Breach, honestly, that means you're doing your job A1, because you're coming in as the secondary. Definitely not, you don't got to frag out. Let Kira do that. Let Asura do that. One of those absolutely hard pushing, carries. Now, I will say, on the side of UMW. Definitely haven't seen the Colby clutch factor we're used to in terms of what we know and love, but what we do know is how to hit a site quickly, and that is what it looks like it is going to be here to end the game in terms of round 1. Quick site, execute, Killjoy turret is going to go down. Is going to be bomb planted as well. The double nano storm that is going to unfortunately pick up Charlie in the post plant. With the judge, but it is gonna be dropped as well. But Godspeed is gonna be able to trade Jack.
Jack dropping in, and Mason picking up one on Godspeed. Just these one taps, so powerful. Now Brandon trying to play super safe.
Unfortunately, is gonna be found. It is gonna be the ultimate that is gonna do the damage.
One enemy remaining.
What flicks coming out? And the Phantom.
And it is gonna be the trade. And Colby is gonna make it happen. All the utility dumping onto site works out. It is gonna be 7-5. UMW are gonna take the first half in a little bit of a lead. Now it is anyone's game still, pistol rounds depending on how they go. But if UMW does win the pistol round here, could be looking to be well situated going into the first part of the second half. Could be looking to really make it happen. What are your thoughts?
You talk about that Colby clutch factor, and right there, pulling it when it counts. The 2-round lead going in to the UMW defense. Now, these players fantastic on defense, and we saw in game 1, BC a little shaky on the offense.
You have to look at this. Look at this 3-man array assault on defense. You have to ask, does Noodle even know what's coming?
Nope.
We'll
Maybe
have to
he's just
see
going for intel.
if he is hit with the disrupt. This could be absolutely critical. He is hit, is going to TP away, but he's still there, and it is going to be the boys absolutely closing the angles. Unfortunately, is going to be one traded. What a shot by him indeed.
Gonna give time for Godspeed to push to a point. Yes, it is, but Asura slowly following behind.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
Jack picking up one on Asura right now, knowing Godspeed is on point, now trying to play super carefully, almost picking up another one on Godspeed, dropping him to half health with the flash coming out.
Spike planted.
Godspeed dropping Colby right here, but Brandon pushing in hard, trying to kill him, but Godspeed with the right click, one-tapping Brandon straight to the head.
And oh my gosh, a great pickup by Jack. Bomb is down.
This is just coverage and coverage everywhere. Molly's going down.
Could be holding. Doesn't recognize that he potentially has it. Just has it on the straight hold because he was playing for the players.
Do not fake it.
My goodness, absolutely crazy. But you know what? Killjoy did not know that the KO knife detected the mollies. Was playing for the post plant. Was doing a good job. That is by the book. But it just was read out a little bit too easily.
And again, like I said, my favorite line, another one of the night. Pros do not fake. Charlie, with such the gall to hold that button down, make sure that bomb gets diffused, and solidifying that pistol round for UMW.
I don't know about you, Jack, but in a 2v2 situation where no information on any other enemy players is had other than that maybe Breach is running towards A spawn, I don't know if I could have the ability to hold that as confidently as Charlie did right there.
Impossible. But yeah, Noodle learned very well right there. Do not push Satellite again. Noodle picking up one on Jack. That one tap coming through. That Chamber Deagle so strong. It's showing so powerful from Noodle.
And actually, believe it or not, it is going to be a half buy out on the side of
Flash coming
BC.
out. One picked up.
Is
Two
going to find
picked up.
one. Is going to find two. Could potentially find three, but is not going to.
He could very well right here.
Is going to find three as well. Diamond, absolutely insane, reading through the smoke like an absolute maniac. Is going to be able to do some damage as well. Shock is going to come out, and we are going to see Brandon with the clear, who is going to be pre-firing, and it is going to find the elimination. We're going to go ahead and save that one back, as I definitely want to watch the absolute hold factor that was coming out. Although we missed the first two. Oh, and there it is, Diamond with the third. Great use of utility in terms of the teamwork to be able to really, sniff out the last player holding towards A side and prevent the bomb plant. Now they did buy up there, which means that, in a sort of weird way, they are going to have a half buy. Rifles, yes, but low armor, and this is going to really allow for UMW, especially with the body shots, with all the Spectres, to really potentially make a difference here in this round. And I hate to say it, but this round right here could make or break the game.
Very well could be. This could tip UMW over into the side of winning, not only in just round count, but in econ too. This could cause BC to topple over, start to fall apart. I mean, we're already seeing it, a 4-round deficit going into the going from the offense. We're going to see Mason right here taking a very aggressive push against the Killjoy. Wanting to make sure no one pushing through that smoke, no aggressive plays, trying to play at their own pace, which is really what is winning out with UMW right here.
They're suppressed.
It is going to be Mason tucked ever so carefully, but it is going to be the gun barrel that is unfortunately seen quickly going to rotate.
Have to watch super carefully right here. Every angle has to be checked, making sure turning into a 4v4. No one wants to fall here. No one wants
30 seconds left.
to be the next one to go down.
Flash.
Pop flash right here. Kira flashing into the corner. Charlie whiffing his shots, but Colby, of course, picking it up. Colby clutch factor, putting it where it mounts. But Killjoy going up from up top. Jack dropping again.
10 seconds left.
Doing the best he can. Bomb is finally planted with 5 seconds left in the round. Now, UMW has to play super carefully with this 2v4. Brandon holding an okay angle, but making sure that Asura
Unfortunately is going to hear the drop. And, UMW, we've seen it all night. They've been bamboozled by this bomb fake plant. Asura going to pick up as well. But you know what? Understandably, semi-unfortunate, but that is sometimes the way the cookie crumbles, and it is going to crumble, unfortunately, in the bad economic standings. But it is going to be, look at this, Asura still not buying up, going to elect to use the Bulldog, really trying to milk out this economy lead as best as they can to prevent, a snowball potential of having to do a hard eco round that could potentially put UMW into that 9, into that 10, into that 11th round, where potentially, there is no coming back. There is no playing for next round because there just might not be one.
That is very true. What we saw right there, Asura buying for his teammate, dropping from the 360 to the 950, wanting to make sure everyone is kept up, because is Jack going to find a pick right here? No, he is not. Whipping the bullet, but tagging Jet in the process super low, and with no heals, you really have to play super safe, even with the Jet right there.
Yep, and that is just going to make the spraying through smoke in terms of even that much more viable when it does look like it potentially ends over towards the B site here.
Looking for a hard 4-man push on the B, but it looks... Jack gonna pick up a kill. Yes, he is onto the Killjoy, making it the 4v5 now. Super crucial, and Charlie gonna pick up one onto Kira. Charlie picking up another one on the Asura. He is going crazy right now. Mason picking one up on the Noodle, but Godspeed dropping Colby, and Brandon picking up one on Godspeed.
Trying to commentate and trying to also analyze what is going on, clicking 6, 7, 9, and 0, trying to spectate for Charlie, but unfortunately he just kept pushing to any luck, just couldn't find him there. But unfortunately, a great round by him, pushing out, finding the 3 that mattered, especially out of Heaven's side. Clean stuff, absolutely. Get dirty, go wash. We appreciate you being here. Zenema, thank you to everybody that is in the chat cheering on our Eagles. Let's see them win it here on Fracture. No reason to go to bind, no reason to go to bed late. Let's get this done right here in 2-0 as we go to 6-10. It's going to be a half buyout for the side of BC with full rifles from UMW. This round here, right now, is crucial, especially with the ultimates. We've got Brimstone looking to potentially counter the KJ and the double breach. We'll have to see what happens in terms of, is it going to be a breach v breach 1v1 of the ultimates? We'll have to see.
Could be very interesting to see which stun prevails, and especially I believe Mason does have a Brim ult here too, so could possibly play around that, could possibly do what UMW is just pulling out so many of the stops right now, pulling out so many interesting things, really wanting this last game of their pool season to be one to remember.
Absolutely. And it is going to be the attacker Killjoy. Now we are going to have to see if we get the counter ultimate coming out. Unfortunately, is going to be Noodle that is able to find one.
We're gonna see an ult onto site right here. Maybe clearing one out.
Is going to be ultimate,
Spike planted.
but they planted in the left corner, not on default. An unfortunate blunder there.
Stun coming out on the side of BC. But the breach ult coming out on the side of UMW, running a hard push on the side. Here come out the ult. Here comes Godspeed with the kill on the Mason. Asura with the ult killing the Colby. Now it's just a 2v5. Charlie
Last
and
player
Jack.
standing.
Asura picking up one on the Jack now.
And unfortunately, that is going to be KJ picking up Charlie to end it. Realistically, the Brim ult is what mattered most there, but that is okay. We are going to still be in full buy territory for both teams. Now, we did see both ultimates used for the price of one ultimate on the side of BC, but we'll have to see how the boys elect to, continue. We have a lot of close ultimates. We need death, only one or two more elimination or defusal. We need, Charlie on that KO. All of these things, definitely play into factors here towards the end of the second half of game 2, but we're going to be live from Array as it is going to be a quick aggressive beat.
No one picking up, but damage being dealt. Brandon dropping super low into the almost full red right there.
And it is going to be KJ picking up one.
KJ.
Can they pick up the second as well? And it is going to be Jack that picks up the 2. The aggressive defense comes in clutch in the second half, and they are going to make sure, and they are going to hear it, that it is an A-side plant
Jack
as
spraying
well.
to the smoke, but getting one tap by Asura right there.
Yes, Jack, unfortunately, it was worth the life in terms of trying to, deny the bomb plant. However, it is going to be 2 on the flank as quickly as possible. We'll have to see if it is red out. It is going to be 2 that are spotted. 1, 2.
Can we see the 3 right here? With the stun coming out and the flash with the trade. Both are super concussed.
And it is Brandon that's flying in to potentially make the difference.
Last player standing.
Godspeed picking it up.
And it is going to be Mason with the absolute utility. Mason, what a absolute play. Hopefully we got it on the cam there. 1 and the 2 to make it count. Oh my gosh, the utility battle of the century. I was really hoping for one of those walking one dinks to hit, but totally okay. Satisfied with the rounds ending as it was. It's going to be a full buy round out on the side of both. Oh, but it is going to actually have to be Colby that is going to have to secondary onto a shotgun. Going to be wondering where he plays it close on the smoke here, as it is 7-11. My heart is racing, Jack.
My heart is going crazy. We saw right there from Jack and from Mason. Both players playing phenomenally, both picking up fantastic kills, really setting the tempo for what could be these last 2 rounds we're about to watch right here.
Shutting them down. Enemy suppressed.
And we got 2 suppressed by Charlie. Trying to see as whatever they can do right now. Godspeed really in the top left on Brandon's screen, trying his best to get any kind of intel without dropping his life. It looks like it's going to be an aggressive push. Charlie picking up one onto Kira. But Charlie dropping, and Colby picking up one on the Godspeed, Jack picking up one on the Killjoy, but Noodle dropping Jack. It is now a 3v2, but Mason battling Noodle on the back.
And it is going to be Colby that does the shotgun that is going to come out.
Getting the res.
But it's a 2v3. They've got the equipment. No reason to sweat.
Nope. Jack dropping.
And it is going to be Charlie that finds the elimination from ropes. 1 round away. And we are going to have match point here. And most importantly, it is going to be a full buy round on the side of UMW to make it happen. But Colby says, no, I want to keep the shotgun. And he is going to be holding something cheesy this round for sure.
Obviously, using all that money he made from those 2 kills dropped to give to his teammates, spreading the love, spreading the wealth, making sure that this final round is one that the team will carry hard into their later games.
Absolutely, and we are super excited to see kind of how it goes. Now we are going to have a pretty traditional and standard round here. No pushes, no aggression, just straight Valorant. It is going to look like they are potentially looking to rotate Killjoy on the underside of the map. And it is going to be the knives, but Jack is going to do some damage. Not much, unfortunately, wishing to tag a little bit more, but is going to do enough to force it off.
Flash coming out. Is Kira gonna have to make another aggressive push?
And it is going to be Jack that picks up Kira. Kira has been pushing aggressively all game, and you have to wonder, could she have slowed down? Could she have played a little bit more for her team? Is going to be the one up roads, but it is going to be Charlie that does unfortunately fall. The damage done. Waiting to see if he
Jack
plays it.
ready for Killjoy?
Jack
he
is ready for the
picking up
Killjoy
another
as well.
So dead.
Popping that ult.
Is going to
He
go
wants
ahead
to
and pop the ultimate, but the play has been determined, and Colby sitting with the shotgun,
Colby, give us a kill.
reading it
Give us a shotgun
perfectly.
kill.
We know it's coming. We know the aggression is there, and there it is, and that is going to make the difference. The Killjoy ultimate in the last one has been identified as A main. Brandon is going to go for the kill. Unfortunately, is going to miss it, but is it going to be Jack with the operator? Is going to fall, and just like that, it is going to be a 2v1 situation. It is going to be slow and steady.
Colby holding that close angle with the shotgun. Could we see something super cheesy right here?
And it is gonna be Colby with the shot, and that is going to be your UMW Eagles cleaning it up here, 7-13 on map 2. Jack, what are your thoughts?
Fantastic play out from the Eagles right here. Closing out that round more confidently than game 1, making sure they sent a statement to BC, knowing who's boss, who's the victor here, and who is the second seed.
Absolutely, and that is your UMW Eagles making it a 7-1 regular season. And thank you all very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your time so very much. Absolutely, GG's all around. Brooklyn College definitely playing a great series, ending their season 5-3 on the regular. We'll definitely still be seeing them in some form of playoff capacity. They did good work. We did good work as well. But we will have to see, do we get to play against Mont St. Clair again? We really want that playoff. We need that redemption for robbing us of the undefeated season for sure. But other than that, it has been Mark Link, your director of esports, joined here by
Jack Yatsko, your captain of SSBU.
And this has been the NECC regular season wrapped up here. We will see you live with playoffs. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we're going to get on out of here.
Have a good night, everybody.